Hey, bueno, estamos aquí en otro capítulo más de Dark Nights with Poe Munro y vamos a darle a continuar. El capítulo anterior estuvo súper interesante porque asistimos a una sesión de hipnosis y descubrimos cosas bastante interesantes, como decía, porque fue Munro la que hizo la hipnosis, ¿vale? Y bueno, es como que revivió, o no sé si era ella, hacía unos años y se la había olvidado, o estaba en la piel de otra persona, o sea, como una posesión o algo así, de trabajar en una lavandería y de que una de las personas mató a otra persona en la lavadora. Fue bastante creepy, pero muy interesante, como decía, me gustó. Creo que es el capítulo anterior, el de la hipnosis, y el de la investigación, cuando tenemos que ir a la escuela y a diferentes sitios,
with Poe and
son
Munro.
mis preferidos de momento. Y vamos a ver qué nos depara
Bless
este
me,
capítulo.
Father Poe, for I have sinned.
Again, Munro? It's only been a week.
I know. I just can't stop myself.
What is it this time?
I've been taking too many selfies,
Well, they say pride cometh before a fall.
which is why I won't do it on a cliff.
This isn't much of a confession, Munro. Haven't you got something more scandalous?
You haven't seen the selfies.
Sounds like Munro's beyond saving. But what have you been up to, August? It's time to come clean in. Confession booth.
Now remember, callers, no last names, no strings attached, and no consequences. Just call in to confess and let us absolve you of all of your sins.
It's cheaper than therapy.
And almost as effective.
This isn't blasphemous, is it, Munro?
God, I hope not.
Excellent. Ah, we have a caller on line 1.
Line 1, you're through to the confession booth.
¿Será el que nos llamaba? ¿Frankie?
You're live on air, Line 1. What's your name?
¿Frankie?
Beck.
No,
Welcome
no tenía voz de
back.
Frankie.
Spill forth the burning secrets of your tormented soul.
He means, what do you want to confess?
I crashed my boss's car.
Oh no, that's terrible. Were you hurt?
No, but the car was totaled. It was a Rolls. Oh,
Wow.
I know. Yeah, it's really bad.
Well, how did it happen? Were you swerving to avoid something?
Yeah, there was an animal in the road. It was really hairy. Must have been a bear or something else, because it was huge.
A hairy bear.
As big as a human. Honestly, maybe bigger. I remember because it was a full moon.
Un lobo.
A full moon, you say?
Yeah, about a month ago.
Un hombre lobo.
Interesting.
Well, that sounds mysterious, doesn't it, Poe?
It does indeed.
Thank you for your confession, Beck.
Yes, thank you, Beck. It sounds like you're still traumatized by your experience, but I'm glad you weren't physically hurt. Father Poe says, you are forgiven.
Creo que la
And we'll be
decepciona
back
un
for more
poco
confessions
la
after
historia.
this message.
Well, that was kind of strange, wasn't it, Poe?
Yes, although I get the feeling he was angling for something.
Really? Seemed genuine to me. You don't think... No, I'm being silly.
You're not being silly, Alice. I suspect he was trying to make us think the same thing.
He said it was a hairy animal,
The size of a man.
and the moon was full.
Un hombre
You don't
lobo.
think there could be werewolves in August, do you?
Yes.
It does seem unlikely.
Poe, you're not going to believe this, but there's a full moon tonight. Maybe we should leave early and check it out.
Don't you have other plans? It's your birthday tomorrow.
I wasn't planning on having an early night.
Let me call Gwendolyn. Welcome back, listeners.
Poe.
This is Dark Nights with Poe.
And Monroe.
And we're in the confession booth.
The confession booth.
Line 2, you're through to Father Poe.
Bless me, Father Poe, for I have sinned.
What is your name, child?
Casper,
And what dark anguish burns your mortal soul, Casper?
He means, what would you like to confess?
nothing? There's actually something else I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Off the air.
Well, you'll have to wait a little while, Casper, until after the show.
Well, I could wait until then, but that might not give you enough time
Time for what?
to save yourself.
Well, you're in luck, Casper, as I have a story queued up. Listeners will be back in a few minutes after this spooky tale.
Pensaba que si le daba el
Okay,
libro
Casper,
lo cortaríamos y no quería cortarlo.
it's just us now.
What are we saving ourselves from this time?
Don't go to Wolf Lane.
We're not going to Wolf Lane.
Well, we might be. The werewolf, remember?
Yes, you are, but you shouldn't,
Hostia,
And
parece
why
que
is
sea
that,
Frankie,
Casper?
¿eh?
because it will be the last time anyone sees you.
Why?
I can't give details, but something bad will happen if you go to Wolf Lane tonight.
You know, if you want us to take you seriously, perhaps elaborate on the something bad will happen bit.
There's a billion other places you could go, and I'm just asking you to avoid one. But if you have a death wish, go to Wolf Lane.
No quiero cortarle.
Is that a death threat, Casper?
No, this is your future. Trust me, I know.
Because you have a time machine?
Because I was there when it happened.
Well,
Qué raro todo,
we're
¿eh?
certainly putting the dark in dark nights tonight, August.
Maybe we should stop taking calls.
Nonsense, Munro. What would this show be without the heady mix of terror and titillation provided by our callers?
Well, this radio host has been titillated enough for one night, which is good, because it's time for Betty Buys. Sweet dreams, August. Thank you for listening.
Yes, and remember, don't have
Nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe.
So what do you think?
No. Ir a la ruta esa del lobo no me parece buena idea, ¿eh?
What do you think?
Actually, I enjoyed Casper's call. Very inventive. We should ask him to write a story for the show.
You think he was making it up?
Of course he was. You have to learn to be less trusting, Munro. People will take advantage of you.
Well, we wouldn't want that. So, still fancy a trip to Wolf Lane?
Después de la llamada de Casper,
There's a good boy.
a mí yo no lo veo buena idea, chicos, pero bueno.
You really think we can see werewolves?
It would be foolish to rule it out altogether. I know it's almost your birthday, but, well, a full moon waits for no man.
Or werewoman?
Exactly.
I guess it could be romantic. You and me, huddled in the car, looking at the stars. They say Wolf Lane's the best place in August for stargazing.
Do they?
There's hardly any light pollution.
That must be why the werewolves like it.
Vale, vamos a darle.
What about you know who?
I've told her I'll be late.
Just late?
Well, we'll see.
You go ahead. I need to check something.
Les estoy cogiendo cariño conforme va avanzando la historia.
Who are you calling?
Hi. Sorry, 1 minute.
Okay, I'm going.
Hi, it's Monroe. No, you were great. Totally convincing. Yeah. We'll see you soon.
Uy, hay alguien ahí, Frankie. Frankie.
Oh?
It's all right, Alice.
Les estoy cogiendo cariño, pero no me gusta lo que hace Poe con su mujer. Debería dejarla y irse con Munro.
You don't need to do
Era el
that.
apunte que quería hacer.
It's not a hold-up.
I beg to differ.
This is for your own protection.
Who are you?
I'm Casper Light. I'm...
From the show. You just called into our radio show.
Oh no. I must have come back again.
Are you okay?
Qué movida más rara, ¿eh?
This means I've already failed.
What is it you want exactly?
I work for a company called Coit Industries. They do experimental stuff.
A scientist?
No, I'm Eminem.
The rapper?
Mishaps and malfunctions. We clean up messes. I'm here to save you.
Save us from what?
Disassembly? You have to stay away from Wolf Lane.
We're not going to Wolf Lane. You told us not to when you called, so we're going straight home. Isn't that right, Munro?
Yeah. I'm so tired.
Vamos, sí.
See,
Muy creíble.
There's no need for any of this.
Please, put the gun down.
I'm sorry. You have no idea what's at stake. Don't try it. It always ends badly.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Okay.
Papel. ¡Oh! No. Seguro que habría perdido, eligiera lo que eligiera.
Back you go.
No. Ahora, nos ha pegado, ¿no? Le ha pegado con la culata del arma, le ha pegado en la espalda. Sí. Bueno, o en el cuello, pero parecía que era en la espalda.
Are you okay? We're in the sound booth at the studio.
Why?
I don't know.
Los ha encerrado para que no vayan a la ruta del lobo el día de luna llena y que no les pase nada.
Death?
Supongo que les dejará salir por
I'm
la mañana.
assuming Casper will let us out when he's done with us.
No, por la mañana. No creo que les haga nada.
To me.
Que les
You
haga
said
daño.
you wanted to try something different this year.
A ver, un secuestro no se vive todos los cumpleaños, oye.
I'm sorry I had to do that. It's to keep you safe. I work for a company called Coit Industries.
Eso
We
no lo he dicho ya
specialize in
antes.
speculative technology. I say we. The science team do the heavy lifting. I'm just M&M. Mishaps and malfunctions. It's my job to clean up the results. Normally, I don't intervene. Just let it happen. Then clear up. But people will still be listening to you years from now because I've saved you.
So, the whole werewolves thing,
I didn't want to wake up alone.
I don't get it.
Let's face it, birthday or not, you'd have gone home to your wife after the show. I know you'd have stayed late and we'd have had some fun, but eventually you'd leave. Like you always do.
Munro.
I just wanted someone to wake up with. To wish me happy birthday and give me a hug.
But what's that got to do with Wolf Lane?
Era una excusa para alargar el tiempo.
It doesn't matter now. Maybe if you get a time machine, you'll find out.
Okay, it's like this. Around midnight, you're on Wolf Lane. At the same time, an organisation I can't name is testing an experimental weapon. The test glitches, you get fried, and M&M are called in for disposal because it's not your normal run-of-the-mill explosion. Tomorrow, the news spreads that you've vanished. You're never found. Time travel is Coit's most profitable service. The key is subtlety. You don't use it to kill Hitler. You use it to manipulate election results, justify wars, or in my case, rescue 2 local radio hosts so you can keep listening to their show. You're welcome, by the way.
Uy, le pego
Let
al
us
micro.
out! Let us out!
No point yelling, Munro. It's
No va a dejar
sound
salir.
in and out.
Ah, no se está escuchando ellos,
Let's
a
use
él
our
tampoco.
mind power to open the door.
So that is how the world ends. You didn't hear it from me.
Vale, o sea, que él está como confesándole cosas, pero claro, como
I
ellos no lo
should say
escuchan...
something.
Ostras.
I'm just gonna go. I'll leave it another minute just to be safe, though. Good luck, Poe and Munro.
Did I just open that with my mind?
Try locking it again.
Or we could just leave.
Esto mejor.
Yes, best not to mess with telekinesis. Ladies
Sí,
first.
y porque descubrirían que...
Thanks, Poe. Let's hope Casper isn't out there.
Que no la puedes cerrar, obviamente.
Wait. Sorry, I forgot. There's still time to go to Wolf Lane if you'd like.
No,
You're driving.
no saben lo que hacen. Claro, es que no han escuchado nada y el otro no sabía que no estaban escuchando.
You're live on air, line 1. What should we call you?
Hiya, it's me. Whoa, hey! Hang up! Help! He's got a gun! Hang up!
Beck?
Don't! I can't let you tell them where to go. Don't! Don't!
Beck?
Ya sé qué está pasando. Hemos vuelto al principio del capítulo. O sea, hemos retrocedido, ¿eh?
Next time on Dark Nights with Poe and Munro.
Entonces, para que
Welcome
ellos...
back to Radio August Treasure
Vale,
Hunt,
vamos.
sponsored by August Museum.
Good news, Munro only has one more capsule to plant.
Don't worry, you'll not be hungry for much longer.
If you can fall out of love, we can fall out of here.
She doesn't want you to get out. She wants to eat souls.
Dark Nights.
With Poe and Munro.
Monroe. Vale, entonces, claro, antes de que ellos sepan nada de la ruta del lobo, Casper va a ir y va a matar a Beck, o no sé, o a lo mejor no lo mata, solo lo amenaza para que cuelgue, ¿vale? Pensemos que no lo va a matar, pensemos que solo lo va a amenazar. Para que ellos no sepan nada sobre la ruta del lobo y no quieran ir y pongan sus vidas en peligro. Pecados mortales, elegiste vanidad. Sí, mejor. Mejor eso que contar el secreto de... que tiene Munro con Poe. Cuéntame más. Dejaste que Munro liderara con Beck. Dejaste que Poe cuestionara a Beck. Ave María, cortaste la llamada de Casper, mantuviste a Casper en línea. Sí, me parece lo mejor. Pelea de puños. Ganaste piedra, papel y tijera. No, perdimos piedra, papel y tijeras. Elegimos papel primero. La mayoría eligió papel. Vales mentales. Decidiste volver a probar la teoría de Poe sobre la telequinesis. Elegiste escapar. Nada, nosotros elegimos escapar. Era lo mejor para no chafar ahí la ilusión de tener telequinesis. Y bueno, llevamos unos 20 minutitos. Sé que llevamos muy poquito, pero como dije en el vídeo anterior de Bramble de Mountain King, en el capítulo 3, como me acabo de mudar y tengo que buscar huequitos para grabar, me viene mejor ahora mismo hacer los capítulos así de una media horita. Lo que pasa que ha sido demasiado corto, pero claro, si empiezo uno y dura media hora ya se va a alargar a 50 minutos, entonces prefiero dejarlo aquí, que sea corto y nada, y que haya más vídeos, ¿sabéis? Y bueno, pues espero que os haya gustado. A mí este capítulo sinceramente me ha parecido de los más flojitos que llevamos hasta ahora, pero es que tampoco sucede mucho, también es que es muy cortito. Pero bueno, yo creo que Casper nos va a dar mucho juego, o sea, no creo que solo salga en este capítulo, ¿sabéis? Creo que va a salir más veces. Y bueno, espero que os haya gustado y nos vemos en el siguiente. Un besito y hasta la próxima.